Welcome back to Sports Federation TV, the show where we talk about a range of different codes of sport brought to you by the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation. My name is Alton. We continue our conversation with Tanta. Mr. Ernie, you well?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Good, thank you. Stacey Lee, all good?
Very well, thank you.
What's your role in Tanta?
Well, ultimately I'm the club administrator, but in saying that I wear many hats. So being the administrator, I assist with marketing, communication, registration, anything admin-wise. But I also am a junior coach. I'm a T-ball coach, and I score for the team as well.
Do you have a life other than softball, Stacey
Oh
Lee?
wait, I play as well.
As well?
Yes.
So where do you find time for all of this?
Somehow, I always tell people, softball isn't a sport, it's a way of life.
Ah, okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. So everything revolves around softball in one way or
Absolutely.
another. Family, everything.
Everything.
Like the mother of the club said, we're a family club.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Ernest, what's your role in all of this, in this club?
Well, I'm the president of the club. I am now life president.
Sure. That's a big title.
Yeah. It's probably because I've been with the club the longest. I've with the club 32 years.
Sure.
So I'm the longest in service and in age. I'm not going to say the age part.
So what is your role in the club other than president? What do you do as a president?
Well, firstly, I help to oversee the running of the club. I help to keep the mother of the club on her toes with our chairman, Mr. Garth van Boom, and the rest of the exco.
Yeah.
And then I used to coach, but I haven't been for a few seasons now because my health hasn't been great and work-wise time didn't allow me. But I've retired now, so I'm thinking of giving a hand again with coaching. And I also umpire for the club. I achieved my level 4 in umpiring.
Is it at a high level? Does it start at the bottom with 1, or how does it work?
It's the highest level that you can go locally.
Okay.
From level 5 up is international
Okay.
accreditation. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment.
In the time that you've been around, how has softball changed as an administrator? Has things changed or not really?
I think so. I think we are moving in the right direction. In the sense of there are more opportunities given now. Where before you would hear of the games at Turfel and people would come and watch. Now it's promoted, we're on TV for it. There's so many opportunities, and just noticing, like Damien that you spoke to earlier, he's grown from T-ball all the way up and he's got to his South African level. So there are opportunities within softball, and that shows that the sport's going in the right direction. Yeah.
What are one of the key successes to get us even further to where we're going right now? I mean, you spoke about people like Damien. Are there more opportunities like that happening within the softball fraternity?
I think so. I think as softball's growing, as we're noticing now, there are extended and more tournaments coming up. So, for example, we have the national provincial tournaments. We have now the softball Premier League. So that means, for me, I'm thinking that softball is going to be an all-year-round sport soon, the way it's going. Because
You already have no time. How are you going to put all of this in?
I know. But if you're so passionate about something like this, I mean, the sport has only proven to be a healthy thing. It's keeping our kids off the streets. We hear about these negative things all the time. But promoting a sport like softball can only change things for the better.
And in terms of umpiring, has things changed? Or I know the rules would have changed a little bit, a long time.
The rules are always changing.
For sure. But has the structure and the way umpires operate, has it changed over time? I mean, you've been around for a while.
Not drastically. The bases are all the same, really. And yeah, it's just a couple of rules that changes every year.
And in terms of the number of umpires, have we grown the base of umpiring in terms of umpires and scorers to have more people scoring, or is it still a small little nucleus? How does it work?
That's quite a challenge, trying to develop umpires and scorers. We try all the time, and at times, like we have umpiring clinics, then we have all these youngsters coming through, but somehow they disappear as time goes on. 1 or 2 will maybe stay, but in the next season they're gone already. So it's basically the old fogies that's still around, But we're going to keep trying to develop what we call the blue crew.
What keeps you part of the Blue Crew? Why do you keep umpiring for so long, Ernie?
I just love the game.
From an administration point of view, I mean, you've now been the Western Cape manager and you've traveled with the team.
Yes.
Are there more opportunities for umpires and administrators to get more involved and mentor youngsters on a different angle?
Oh, definitely. I actually wanted to mention to you that within our club as well, what we've been doing is having our own clinics. So keeping it in-house, teaching our youngsters how it actually works from A to Z. And you can actually see the parents also getting involved. As far as Western Cape and the opportunities, definitely. It has been my debut here. So it was stunning for me to learn everything, basically on my own, but sometimes thrown in the deep end is the best way to learn.
Yep.
I do think that we can really flourish from this, and there are many opportunities. And as Blues are concerned, I'm a scorer. I love scoring.
Yeah.
So I share Ernie's sentiment, yes, with regards to that. And I do think that there's lots of opportunities for young ones.
You mentioned something interesting. You mentioned that you have your club capacity building. Do you find that that has improved the player's ability to understand the game and play better?
Absolutely. Just as you know, Damien also mentioned about the physical side of everything. You need to be strong so you can throw harder, you can hit harder. Mentally, we all know most sports are mental challenge as well. So having them understand why we play the game, why you need to make these plays instead of those, really puts a different perspective on the game. And just because they are upskilled and enlightened on a mental note, it will prove to you physically.
For sure.
Yes.
Mr. President, where do you see this club going in the next 5 to 10 years as the president of this club, life president? Because you're going to be around for a long time still.
We actually have a new goal in place now with the executive. We're working towards getting our own ground and getting a clubhouse for our club, because we think that's way long overdue.
After 70 years, I think so.
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah. And we're hoping to market that we are 70 years old, so that when we go for sponsors and things like that people know that we're not just a fly-by-night club. And we have good youth in our club, so we're going to be around for a long, long time yet. So those are things that we're aiming for, and we hope. But it's a challenge, really. It's a challenge, but it's something, it's our next project, I think, for our exco and myself.
It's a lot of work. Stacey Lee,
Yes.
where is the club based? How do you guys operate? Where do we find out more?
Okay, well, we do have social media platforms, but you can email me directly on tantasportsc@gmail.com. We are based in Athlone, so we train at Clover Crescent, but if anybody wants to give us a call, they can just email me and I'll share the details with them. Most of our juniors are based there as well, but we definitely welcome everybody to come and join in. I mean, we have advised that we are a family sport, but our doors are wide open to anybody interested.
Stacey Lee, Mr. President, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
All the best for the next 70 years of Tanta's life.
Thank you.
Let's take an ad break. We'll be right back.